Trump does not have anything positive on which to build his attempt to overthrow the government of the United States and become a dictator. He has to rely on the armaments that the Christian religion has used for millennia, and that is fear and rage and distrust and victimization. This is Trump learned from the Christian nutcases exactly how to motivate them. So that's what he uses in his political efforts. Again, going back to that meandering press event last Thursday at his golf club, it had all kinds of bullshit in it. I mean, anytime you listen to Trump, you know that 90% of what he says is going to be bullshit. You know that because Trump is simply a liar. Trump can no more tell the truth than Pinocchio could. What? Oh, well, one claim that's gotten him particular criticism was his insane, first of all, it's impossible, but his insane claim that more than 100% of new job creation has gone to immigrants. Now, only an ignorant bastard like Trump could even make a statement like that. Well, more than 100%. Apparently he doesn't know what 100% means. Of course he doesn't. But he's trying to lay off this idea that the Biden administration has created, what does Biden say, 11, 16, 12, 8, whatever million jobs, and it's true. But part of that, let's be honest, part of it is the fact that hiring people during the pandemic was almost, the worst part of the pandemic, because it's not over, was almost unheard of. Millions of people lost their jobs in this country because businesses shut down, because there was nobody going out to the businesses. So once the pandemic seemed to have eased, then millions of people flooded back into the job market, which is what helped bring on inflation, of course. But none of that kind of economic fact makes the least impression on Trump because he's such an ignorant bastard. But he blames more than 100% of the new job creation has gone to immigrants. Jesus Christ. The idea that immigrants are siphoning jobs away from non-immigrant Americans, which is utterly and absolutely bullshit. But that's become something that tumbles out of his useless mouth during the entire 2024 campaign. And the latest version of that was just obscenely stupid. This is what he said, quote, virtually 100% of the net job creation the last year has gone to immigrants. You know that? Most of the job creation has gone to immigrants. In fact, I've heard that substantially more than beyond that number, 100%. It's a much higher number than that, but the government has not caught up with that yet. What the fuck? Unquote. Anybody, what does that mean? It has gotten to me that most of what he says now is sad and pathetic, but and ridiculous and fascist, but there is a streak of unintended humor that rips its way through everything that this orange bastard says. I mean, there it is, this lightning bolt of hot humor, and he's not aware of it, and his maggots are not aware of it either. But if you are reasonably in charge of your faculties, if you are reasonably awake and aware and knowledgeable, you can hear the sick, unintended humor. Now, journalists already went after and debunked this bullshit regarding job growth under the Biden administration, saying more than 100% went to migrants. Oh, my God, I can't. How does one just read that like I did? I read this, I think, wait, what? More than 100% of the jobs. Ugh. Now, mathematically, of course, statements that come out of this dumb shit's mouth are impossible. Another sign of Trump's struggle with grade school level ideas, Well, more than 100%. Oh, shut up. Sit the fuck down. Go clean the erasers. Do something. Get out of here. Ah! And it's also a sign, though, and this is most important, a sign of desperation. When he started, if you go back to 2015, the way this filthy pig started was to launch his tirade against migrants, against people coming to this country. And trying to make people believe that even Barack Obama wasn't a citizen of the United States. I mean, Trump cannot. It is beyond his ability to say anything positive about anything, except himself, of course, and his filthy children. But everything that comes out of this orange bastard's mouth has got to be destructive. It's got to be demeaning. It's got to be mean and hateful, so that the people against whom he's not directing this tirade can feel superior. That's how Trump operates. He knows that he's a worthless piece of shit. There is an element in him, an unconscious element in him, who knows that he is not worth the powder to blow him to hell. So in order to build up himself, he has to demean and try to tear down not just other people, but entire groups of people that are different from him. So this desperation, all his bigoted lies about migrants, and he constantly paints them as rapists and mental patients and ne'er-do-wells. Who in the fuck is a rapist that you know of offhand? Well, right, him. Who do you know who is a bum and a liar and a grifter? Right, him. Who do you know you wouldn't want to give him a key to your house or even leave a window unlocked if he were in the neighborhood, because you know the fucker would come in and nose around and steal shit? Him, not migrants. Oh, my God. So his racist and xenophobic descriptions of immigrants continue to get more and more outrageous, more surreal. This year, Trump started calling migrants animals and referring to them as not people. In his filthy fucking speeches, his hatred Nazi speeches in front of the mouth-breathing asshole white people who sit there with their little funny hats on. And he accuses, this year is when he started this bullshit right out of the Hitler playbook, accusing migrants of, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, end quote. And then in his recent speeches, several times his referral to the fictional serial killer Hannibal Lecter, I don't know. I don't know what the reference is there. In the movie, I guess it was a book. Was it a book? But in the movie, Hannibal Lecter was, held in a mental institution because he was a fucking serial killer who used to like to eat some of the body parts of the people that he murdered. Now, we've had serial killers in the real world here in this country who have done the same thing. Kill people and eat parts of them. Oh, my fucking God. Anyway, he tries to compare Hannibal Lecter to the migrants who come to this country looking for a job, looking for work, looking for a place to raise their families where they don't have to worry about a military government sending troops into the village to kill people. I mean, that's why they're here. They're not here to eat people. They're not escapees from mental hospitals or asylums. They are not killers and rapists. Are there immigrants who commit crimes? Well, fuck yes, because they're human beings. And we human beings have a propensity to do bad shit. But overall, the rate of crime, how many times have we been told this? The rate of crime among migrants in general, as compared to America, citizens of this country, the rate of crime among migrants, immigrants, undocumented, is much lower than the crime rate of Americans. Now, of course, the average Trump bumfuck, maggot, whatever you want to call them, they don't care about stuff like that. They don't appreciate facts. They don't understand facts. All the maggots understand is what God, Jesus, Donald Trump is telling them. So his made-up bullshit about immigrants accounting for more than 100% of job. Every time I see that, I can't not laugh. I mean, I just can't. What a goddamn 5-year-old thing to say. Well, Mommy, that's more than 100%. Oh my God. But it's another tale that he's telling to dump fear and hatred into mainstream American politics against immigrants. And so many white Americans are willing to suck up this poison that Donald Trump is putting out. Well, hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. You know, the Progressive Voices Network brings you commercial-free commentary from today's leading progressive radio hosts and pundits, like me, Mike Malloy, 24 hours a day. I'm not your typical old guy from the 80s or the 90s talk radio host, and Progressive Voices is not your typical talk radio network. It's a listener-supported nonprofit with no corporate control whatsoever over our broadcast. So hosts like me, Mike Malloy, are free to rant and scream and carry on about whatever we like. We're often controversial, but we're never boring. Weeknights, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West on the Progressive Voices Network. Always progressive, always on. I'm Mike Malloy. Keep it lit.